Finding and booking the Qatar Airways Qsuites have never been easier. Today, I'm going to show you the easier way to find and book the Qatar Airways Qsuites. This is a step-by-step tutorial on how to find and book the award flight ticket for the Qatar Airways Qsuites. So if you're interested, grab a drink and let's dive into it. I use the award search tool called seats.aero to find the award availability of the Qatar Airways Qsuites. If you're interested in checking out seats.aero, I will put my referral link in the description and feel free to check it out. The free version of seats.aero will give you 60 days worth of award flight information, while the Pro version will give you 1 year worth of award flight information. The Pro version is only $9.99 per month. If you're serious about finding the award availability for the economy class tickets, business class tickets, and even first class tickets, then I would definitely recommend the Pro version of seats.aero. With 1 year worth of award flight information at your fingertips, you have more flexibility to plan out your trip. Now we're on the home page of seats.aero, and I'm going to use this tool to find the award flight availability for Qatar Airways Qsuites. You will go to the menu bar and then click Tools, and then you will have a drop-down menu, and then you will click Qatar Qsuites Finder. Now we are on Qatar Qsuites Finder tool, and by default it will give you 60 days worth of award flights availability, and if you want to have a whole year worth of award flight availability, you can click somewhere right here. By clicking that, you will have full year of award availability, but it does require Pro version on seats.aero. I would definitely recommend the Pro version if you want the full flexibility to find the award flights. Before I click show full year of availability, I want to choose the airports that I am leaving from and the airport that I'm traveling to. So I'm going to click here and I'm going to choose North America since I am traveling from North America to out of the United States. Click here and I'm going to choose Asia, for example. So now I have from the origin airport will be the airports in the USA. For the destination airport, since I chose Asia, then they show up Doha because that's the first destination that they pop up. But you can also filter out and see if you can change the destination. Let's say, for example, PKK, but doesn't have any matching records. So, well, let's just go with Doha for this example, right? Also, Doha is the home airport for the Qatar Airways. So let's say if you are traveling from United States to Asia, and then most likely you will have a layover in Doha. So now since I have the Pro version, I'm going to choose the show full year of availability. So I will have a year worth of award flight that gives me full flexibility to look all the available options for Qatar Airways Qsuites. So now we still have other flights on the list. So if we want to filter out for Qatar Airways, you can go all the way down and then on the source, just type Qatar. Now you have filtered the list for Qatar Airways only. So here, and since I click full year of availability, now I will have a full year worth of award flight information, and some are 70,000 points, some are 94,000 points, depending on the dates and also the location. I'm going to click based on the date. The earliest option for Qatar Qsuites would be June 8 of 2025, and now it's June 7, so that's actually tomorrow. So it will be quite impossible for me to catch this flight because it leaves from DFW, which is in Dallas, and I'm based in SFO, San Francisco, so it is quite impossible to catch this flight. If I can't find any award availability in San Francisco, then I will have to move my search to another major airports like Dallas-Fort Worth, JFK, Boston, Miami, Atlanta. There are so many options that you can find on the list. For example, let's try the origin airport as SFO and see if they have it. Unfortunately, we don't have any award availability for Qsuites that leave from SFO, so I will have to reposition my flight to be able to get the Q Suites. So the closest airport that I can catch Qatar Airways Q Suites for the award flight would be DFW, and it's in Texas. So I would have to take a domestic flight from SFO to Dallas to be able to get the award flight ticket for Qatar Airways. I'm going to filter out the origin airport as DFW. So I'm going to scroll all the way down and type in DFW and see if we have award availability. By changing the home airport from SFO to DFW, now I have more options of Qatar Airways Q Suites, and now I have more flexibility to find and book one of those Q Suites. Once I have figured out the origin airport and the destination airport and also the dates, and we have so many options, I want to confirm the seating to make sure that I will be getting the Q Suites on Qatar Airways. It looks like with the green icon, it shows individual suites, so there's more chances of that airline having Q Suites. But if you have this icon, for example, the lie flat icon, then you won't be able to get Q Suites. So just to make sure that you have the individual Q Suites, because you want to have that unique experience, right? Because if you have that lie flat business class, then basically you don't really need to try Qatar Airways, right? You can try for other business class flights because other business class flights will most likely have a lie flat seat for business class. After confirming the seating, now we're going to look for number of points that we need to book the award flight. What looks like first two rows are with the 70,000 points. Those are the cheapest for award redemption. We have flight availability. After that, we have award availability for 94,500 points, which is more expensive, and it's like 24,500 more to get the same Q Suite experience. Now the current month is June, so I'm going to look for somewhere like maybe November and see if they have it. No, they don't have it. Let's check 10. No, they don't have it. How about August? Oh, they don't have it. Wow, they have one availability on September 30th, and that is leaving from DFW, which is Dallas Fort Worth, to Doha. And then the seating is individual suites, which is awesome. And for the award pricing for business class flight Q Suites is 70,000 points plus $0. But for the cash out-of-pocket cash value, it's not always accurate on seats.aero, just something to keep in mind. But these 70,000 points would be accurate, but we will need to check on Qatar Airways to see that it's actually 70,000 points. The number of points required to book business class, it requires 70,000 points here plus $0. For the 70,000 points, it would be accurate to find it, but for the out-of-pocket value, cash value, it might not be accurate most of the time or some of the time. So you will have to check on Qatar Airways to make sure of that. So 70,000 points for a business class is pretty cheap, because if you have 70,000 chase points, if you redeem them as cash, you will get $700. So 70,000 points are worth $700, but for redeeming those 70,000 points as travel, you're getting more value out of your points, right? Because those business class flight tickets, especially Q Suites, are worth from $3,000 to $5,000. So you're basically getting $3,000 or $5,000 ticket with just $700. But of course, you will have to pay some out-of-pocket cash. So that's something that you need to keep in mind. So let's click information icon, and then I'm going to click business because we are looking for business class tickets. So now we have award availability here for 70,000 points, and then another one for 140,000 points. So of course, I am going to book for 70,000 points option. And here it shows business, and then for the flight icon, it shows Qatar Airways, which is good. And then the seating icon is individual suites, perfect. And we have the flight number QR730, and it's an Airbus, which is amazing. And if you're curious and you want to be more nerdy, then you can actually find this flight number, and then you can check on seat Guru to make sure that it's a Qsuites. So let's go to seatguru.com. Okay, seat maps, and then for the flight number, I'm going to type in QR 730, but it only asks for flight number, so I don't need QR 730. And then for here, I'm going to type in Qatar, so type Qatar Airways. And for the date, I'm going to put the date here. So the date is 2025 September 30. 2025 September 30, and then flight 730. We have one flight that leaves from Dallas to Doha, and the flight number is 730. We have the same flight number, and it leaves from Dallas to Doha at 1820. Let's check. 18 is around 620. 1820 is 620. It is this flight. Let's check view map. And then this is the layout of Airbus A350-1000. Then scroll all the way down. According to the seat map, we have the front-facing seats and the rear-facing seats, and it shows that it's closed suite on the information. We have confirmed that these are Qsuites. Now we're going to use this information on QatarAirways.com to see they have award availability on this day. Now I have logged into my Qatar Airways Privilege Club account, and it shows the icon right here to show that it's logged in. And now we're going to use the information from seats.aero and find the award availability on Qatar Airways. Since this is a one-way flight, I'm going to choose one way, and for the home airport it's DFW. It's DFW right here. And then the arrival airport is in Doha. It's Doha right here. And then for the date, I'm going to choose September 30th. I got September 30th for 2025. And then for the passenger / class, I will choose business and first. And then we have one adult here, confirm. And then I will choose the book using Avois. And to choose this option, you will need to log into your Privilege Club account and make sure that you have enough points to look for the award availability for Qsuites. So now let's search it. It takes some time to show the award flight information, so be patient. And now we have 70,000 points. Yay! So now let's compare the flight itinerary and see if they are matching. So it says Qsuites, but it says it may not be available if the aircraft for this flight changes. But yeah, something to keep in mind. But right now it says Qsuite, and then it leaves from DFW at 1820. So it leaves from DFW at 1820 and arrives in Doha at 1645. And then it's the non-stop flight for 14 hours. It's amazing. And then the flight number is QR 730, and it says QR 730, and it matches. And also it's the Airbus A350-1000. It's an A350-1000. Awesome. So this is the flight that we are going to book if we were to save up for 70,000 points, right? So if you have saved up 70,000 points and transfer your credit card points to Qatar Privilege Club account, then we can proceed with the booking. Assume that we have 70,000 points, right? So just click this and then select fare. But since I don't have 70,000 points, then it won't proceed. If you have 70,000 points or above, then it will take you to the next step where you will have to fill out your information and also choose your seating, and then put your credit card information and then book it. So that's the process of finding award availability on seats.aero, and then put those information on Qatar Airways and use your points to book the award flight ticket for the Qsuites. That's a wrap for now. I hope this tutorial is helpful to you in some ways. If that's the case, drop a like down below and also share this video with your friends who want to travel for less using their credit card points. If you're planning to apply for new credit cards for travel, I'll put my referral links of my favorite travel credit cards down below in the description. Using my referral links to apply for those credit cards will help me support my work and also support my YouTube channel. So if you use my links to sign up for credit cards, thank you in advance. Thank you for watching this tutorial until the very end. If you're interested in checking out more videos from my channel, then feel free to click right here and I'll see you there.